What's going on, guys? It's Jared back with a quick video for you. I got something a little different for you today, as I have been lately. Today, and that sound you're hearing is not the extruder clicking, it's actually my PTFE tube, my reverse Bowden clicking on the lights over here. What I have for you today is a Phaetus Rapido with a Bondtech CHT nozzle in the 0.4 millimeter flavor. And we're going to be doing a little volumetric flow testing today. So what we're looking at is basically just a kind of a large cube with rounded corners on it, make it a little easier to print. And this is going to be running at about 46 cubic millimeters per second once it gets up and running. So that's 0.4 millimeter layer width, 0.2 millimeter layer height, and it's going to be running fast enough to get those two parameters up to 46 cubic per second, which is probably somewhere close to 500 millimeters a second. I would have to look. We do have a 2 millimeter brim printing on here, and I apologize for the flickering you see on the hot inside there. It is PWM down to 25% brightness, and it is still that bright. So once we get this brim done here, it's a 2 millimeter brim. It's going to start printing. And I hear some of you in the background, why in the hell are you running a CHT nozzle with a Phaetus Rapido? Well, in the 0.4 variety at least. So the CHT nozzles, they just came out with the 0.4 millimeter due to high demand. Most of them you see are 0.6 to like 1.8 millimeters. And the reason that I like 0.4 with this style is that I can very easily set up very nice exterior walls and really high fast infill in what I call my hybrid speed profile, if you will. And what that allows me to do is print very quickly with very high quality. So most of your time spent printing, if you ever look at the breakdown in Prusa Slicer, is usually on infill. So when you can reduce the time it takes printing that, you're in pretty good shape. So one more preface here. This does need to have the pressure advance retuned due to this setup here obviously being significantly different than what I was running before. I will need to redo that. I haven't done that yet. So this front left corner, the seam there, you'll see doesn't look the best, but it should still work out fine. So I have attempted to print this a couple times, and I did have issues with two of the corners lifting each time I've done this. So I've actually got the cooling fan set to completely off, which I don't normally do, even though it's ABS. And some people say, oh, you got to turn cooling off for ABS. No, ABS likes warm air. It doesn't like cold air. So very low fan with a warm chamber and you're in good shape. So I'm not sure how well you can see the back wall there, and I don't feel like you're going to get a great picture of it with this running around, but this is 46 cubic millimeters per second extrusion rate on a Rapido with a 0.4 millimeter CHT nozzle, which is just freaking bonkers. So that's going to let you have your very nice, high quality outer perimeters, make everything look all nice and neat, while having, say, 0.7, 0.8 millimeter wide infills. I believe my profile has 0.7. And then using that with as fast as you can run to get up to basically the extrusion limit, which in this case is about 46 cubic millimeters per second. So you can see right now it's running. The only thing you really see over here is the seam on this corner, which doesn't look that great, but with the exception of that seam, everything else looks nice. So, and again, that seam is due to pressure advance, which needs to be retuned. So you can see the back wall back there, hopefully, as it kind of goes around. I don't see any corners lifting yet, so everything seems to be going smooth, but you can see it just stacking single layers back there. And it seems to be doing a very nice job of it, so no problems whatsoever at 46 cubic. And that 46 cubic, again, is according to Prusa. So there is some possibility. I am running fluid. It gives kind of an estimate of what you should be running, and it's showing a little closer to 40. But somewhere between 40 and 46 cubic flow rate is what we should be looking at. So We're already 60% done. We're 5 minutes in. And just to preface, this is running in vase mode, so it is just a single layer thick and it's just stacking one on top of the other. And again, the back wall is the easiest to see the quality of the stacking at this point. So I'll go ahead and let this finish without a whole lot more commentary. Looks like we are getting a little breakup over here, and that's because it's pulled off the bed. So once again, you can see the gap underneath there. If it weren't for peeling off the bed, I think we would have a perfect round on it. So I am not going to let it finish in this case, but what I will do is I'll go ahead and pause it, and then we'll see if we can take you in for a quick view. See if I can get an AF block here. Before it came loose, you can see what kind of quality we're working with here. And this is in the worst possible lighting condition you're going to get. We got overhead light shining down on. This is where you're going to see your VFAs or your issue 6s or whatever you want to call them. But they just aren't there, and my camera's lens is going all wonky. So I'm gonna have to end the video here, but testing looks pretty good, and I will be doing some more testing with actual prints moving forward. Talk to you guys later.